All right. Justin, can we please have a one-word prompt?
Black sheep.
Black sheep.
Black sheep.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Do you ever actually count sheep to try to fall asleep? I think I've tried it once. Does it work?
It's pretty It's no, I don't know. It's fine. I don't have nearly as hard of a time trying to sleep as you.
Yeah.
So I'll try that often.
I'm bored though. It gets boring, which I think is the point.
That is the point.
I
Hold
don't
on
think
one
it
second.
works.
Hey, welcome to the Overtalking Podcast, the non-boring show where we pit our guests. Nope, that's later. The non-boring show where we talk over TV shows and movies as chosen by our guests. Sometimes your mouth just gets in a muscle memory kind of state, and you just spit out random shit that is not for that part of the show. Every week we talk about a TV show or movie. This week we're talking about Joyride.
Paul Walker, baby, 2001.
Paul Walker, baby. Technically, I would say this is part of the Fast universe, but we'll get into that a bit later.
It does involve Paul Walker. It does involve cars.
For sure, yeah. But before we get to any of that, CJ, I have to ask.
Hi.
How was your break?
Oh, yeah, we had a week off of work.
We had a week off of work?
Went up to the old cabin in Minnesota for a few days.
Nice. How was that?
Got some mini donuts, so A-OK in my book.
There we go. Check.
The boat did die on us while we were out in the middle of the lake.
Oh, no. What happens then?
Well, first it was call our neighbor to come tow us. That's always the backup plan. But then you have to lift up the back of the boat to expose the engine, unscrew something to open this plate, and then spray in this starter fluid, and then try turning it on again, and then it worked.
Okay.
But then we were only able to go at I'm going to guess 3 miles an hour the whole way home.
God. So what was wrong with it?
It's just a fucking old boat. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's every year they bring it into the shop to get something fixed. And yet simultaneously every year they say we're probably going to have to get rid of it. I'm like, yeah, it's I think from the 80s, I want to say. It's okay. Would you be driving a car that was made in 1980? I don't think I would.
No, but boats are really expensive, I think. I'm not sure.
I think it's the same with cars. You can get cheap ones, you can get expensive ones, but yeah, it's definitely we can't just go out tomorrow and be like, all right, time to get a new boat. It's for sure tens of thousands of dollars, I think.
Right, yeah. Interesting. Cool. But everything else was good. Were you there during Beanhole Day?
I was not this year, no. We were early.
Beanhole Day. Have we talked about Beanhole Day on this podcast before?
I have to assume so. I'm sure the whole nation knows what Beanhole Day is. Our guest is nodding along.
Wow. Okay. Let's talk about it a lot then. You want to bring our guest on?
Yeah. You know him as the composer of this very show. It's Justin Peters.
Hello there.
Hey, Justin.
How's it going, boys?
Welcome back. Good.
Ken, I feel rude. We didn't ask how your break was.
Oh, yeah. My break was fine. I didn't go anywhere or do anything all that special.
Okay.
Did you watch anything?
Yep. Did I watch anything? I did watch something. I watched Evil Dead Rise.
Ooh, nice.
Which was fine.
I saw your letterbox check in. I was like, oh no, disappointed.
Yeah. I was actually talking to a friend of the show, Danny, about this last week. And yeah, we're both of the same mind that could have been better. It just it wasn't up to par of what we were kind of expecting. So I think in Danny's words, it was boring at times, which is never good. So
yeah, especially for a horror movie.
I know, yeah, and especially a big franchise horror movie like that.
Yeah.
So not great. Not probably not going to be on the podcast anytime soon. So.
Justin, how's your summer going?
Good. I also was at my cabin the other weekend, which is in Wisconsin.
Nice.
Our boat did not die,
Good.
Which is great.
That's great.
Probably not a 10-hour drive to get there?
No, not even close. It's just over 3.
Jealous.
It's like if you threw a dart at the middle of Wisconsin, that's exactly where it is.
Good old Illinois' backyard.
That's what they say.
It's on all their
Pure
advertising.
Illinois' backyard.
I get so many Michigan ads on YouTube. It's like, I know you exist.
Really?
You're right there. We share a lake.
Did I say Michigan?
No, you said Wisconsin.
No, you didn't.
Okay, all right. I was like,
Ken said pure Wisconsin.
okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what Wisconsin's tourism slogan is, and I don't know if they have one.
Beer and cheese.
I was just going to say, I think it's just cheese with a bunch of exclamation points.
Yeah.
Cheese!
I did get some cheese. I stopped at a
nice.
gas station and got a little
Cheese curds?
cheddar wheel. No, like a little wheel of cheddar. It was nice.
Okay.
Nice.
not
Did
as
you
good as curds.
when you guys were traveling up to your lake houses, did you guys like take a joyride up there? Is that what you would say?
I would say there was some joy that was had.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about Joyride, which is not that joyful, coming up on the Overtalking Podcast.
Breaker 19.
This is like a prehistoric internet or something. Can you do a woman's voice?
How much fun could you have?
Hey there, this is Candy Cane. Who's this?
Rusty Nail.
If I were there, Rusty Nail, I'd make you feel good.
This is turning me on.
When the joke is now on you.
We had a little incident here last night.
What happened to him?
Ripped his jaw clean off.
This fall,
Are you guys ready for an adventure or what?
everything you say
Candy cane.
We saw what you did to that guy. You pathetic, lonely freak show.
will come back to haunt you.
And we're back on the Overtalking Podcast, joined by composer and returning guest Justin Peters, and we're talking about his choice for this week, which is 2001's Joyride, starring Paul Walker and Steve Zahn and the girl whose name I don't know. Anyone? No. See?
Lily Sobieski.
Oh, come on. Justin, we're going to put 30 seconds on the clock for you to describe, for someone who's never seen Joyride, which is probably a decent number of people, what it's all about.
Ready, go.
Paul Walker is a college student who's driving cross country back home and decides to pick up his love interest along the way in a newly purchased vehicle, but detours to pick up his problemsome brother from jail. And in the process, they get a CB radio and they do some radio pranks and piss off the wrong trucker, and they pay the price mightily.
4, 3,
Some hilarity ensues.
time.
Yeah, Steve Zahn is still in the movie, so it's still got some funny moments.
Steve Zahn, he rules in this movie. He rules in everything, but he's awesome.
He stands out in this movie for sure. Paul Walker is fine. I mean, Paul Walker, R.I.P., but is not maybe the best actor in the world. But Steve Zahn did really good in this movie,
Yeah.
I feel like.
I said that out loud when I turned this on, and he showed up. I was like, I love Steve Zahn. He's good in
Yeah.
everything.
Right?
He's so good.
Absolutely. So before we go any further, Justin, I need to apologize to you. When you first brought this movie to me, you said, hey, are you taking requests for October movies? And I said, yeah, well, what are you thinking? And you said Joyride. And then I looked it up. I didn't know anything about the movie. And it just said thriller. And I was like, is this really a horror movie though? And then I like talked you out of it. And then we just decided to do it now. But having watched it, this is 100% a horror movie.
Okay.
And totally would have been fine in October. So sorry in advance about that.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I didn't have to wait to come back on.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. Like
Yeah.
there's some gore. There's I mean, I guess it is like genre a horror movie. It's like they're being stalked by a killer. I picked this because this was like I watched this movie when I was in like 6th grade. One of my brother's friends put it on, and I fucking loved it. And it became when we would go to my family's cabin, we would watch this every time we went up there. And so this is like one of my most watched movies.
Wow.
And I haven't seen it in a long time. But going back to it, I was like shocked at how scary it still is. Like, even though I know what's going on, it's like it's a little schmaltzy sometimes. But like it I think it holds up. I was very stoked about it.
Yeah, it's definitely I'll say watchable. It's definitely got some good moments in it for sure. Yeah.
You can watch this. Oh, okay, cool.
It is decently watchable, yeah. I don't want to tip my hand too early about my rating. It's not bad. Anyway, go ahead.
It's definitely not bad.
Yeah.
And Justin, I have to ask for this viewing, did you watch it while cooking?
No, I actually watched it with my full attention this time.
Nice.
Nice.
Seems like you don't need to, though. You've seen it like hundreds of times.
Right.
Yeah. I guess if there was a movie for me to have like 1/3 watched, this might have been it.
Yeah.
So in this movie, they've got some pretty fun CB radio handles being thrown around. Paul Walker and Steve Zahn impersonate a woman, and they gave her the name Candy Cane. Candy Cane. And then, of course, the main antagonist, I'll say for now, is Rusty Nail.
So good.
Did you guys know, like, as soon as we heard his voice, I was like, I know that actor and could picture him immediately. Did you guys know it's voiced by none other than General McGrath from Wild Wild West?
Oh my God.
Is that who that is?
Yeah. Episode 97, folks. Wild Wild West.
Featuring me.
Wow.
Featuring none other than Justin Peters.
That's right. Wow, you got a thing for this guy. Well, I was going to ask what everyone's CB radio handle would be.
Oh, gosh.
Lunchbox.
Sleepy Boy?
Thundersplash?
Yep. These are all great. All right.
10-4.
Have either of you ever used a CB radio before?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. It's just like what is it? What is a CB? It's just like a shortwave radio in a car.
It's a longer range walkie-talkie. As far as I
pretty
can tell.
much. I know that CB enthusiasts are called hams, which is why it's sometimes called ham radio.
Interesting.
Seems like an insult, but it's like a term of pride that they've self-imposed.
Just hamming it up.
Yeah.
Because I immediately went to, so are they calling themselves pigs? Like isn't that what?
Oh.
But pigs is cops, which they call bears.
Do cops use CB?
I don't know.
Why would you use a CB radio? Like, it's the most, like, public, like, way of communicating.
I think they do. You can go and buy, like, a radio and listen to police. There's police scanners.
Like the police scanners?
Yeah.
Right.
That's all that is.
Huh.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know if they have, like, reserved channels and you get in trouble if you're on them or something.
In the movie, they refer to it as, like, a proto, like, chat room.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever do chat rooms?
Sure, back in the day.
Chat rooms. Come on. That's the only way I could communicate with women.
Women, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Right.
Middle school girls.
Who you thought were women.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Face-to-face.
I don't know. Maybe you guys in a different life, maybe you guys would be hams.
Maybe.
It's the same mentality.
Yeah. Not having to look somebody in the eye when you talk to them. That's up my alley.
Absolutely.
And being referred to by a very goofy, immature name that's not your own.
Name.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I just thought of mine. Don't want to share it.
Oh,
mercy.
do it. You have
to.
No,
you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
It was because, of course, we grew up outside Chicago. It started with duh, not the, D-A, of course. Duh weirdo.
The weirdo.
Yep.
Nice. That was your AOL screen name?
Yep.
Nice.
And some numbers on there.
Were you weird?
Guys, you know me, right? This sick, twisted mind of mine.
Yeah. Fucking weirdo. Mine was very cleverly Mr. Cool Drum Man, because I used to play drums back in the day.
Mine similarly was Drum Playa with an AH.
AH? Oh.
Yeah.
That would get the ladies. Absolutely.
It didn't.
No.
Yeah, definitely worked.
Doesn't really help at all.
Nope. And then you had like 8 million song quotes in your away messages or whatever.
Oh,
all
yeah.
with different
100%.
fonts and colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They used to have the fun plug-in that you could show what you're listening to at that moment.
Oh, wow. That's high tech.
Wow, you're
there.
advanced.
Yeah. I didn't have that.
It was late days AOL back then.
Just play hockey with AOL discs. They're just filled dumpsters full of them.
I made a poster of just old AOL discs, like on the backside of them, because I thought it looked cool.
Nice.
What is everyone's favorite moment from this movie? I'll go first. A little bit of a spoiler, but not really. Eventually, Rusty Nail
Gentleman McGrath
gets a hold of the girl who shall not be named because I can't remember it.
Lily Sobieski.
And thank you. Again, still don't know it. And gets her in a hotel room and ties her up and ties a shotgun basically to the door. So someone would open the door, kablooey. And I just like that whole setup, and there's a lot of tension around.
Yeah, that entire scene is just like so tense. One of the people that I was watching it with like had to leave the room. She couldn't handle it. Yeah. I like when the brothers get butt naked and go to a diner and order 12 cheeseburgers.
Yeah, what was the point of that? I loved it, but why?
To embarrass them.
Yeah, Rusty Nail says like now they're the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I want to know is, shouldn't the employee at the diner have been like, how are you going to pay for it? You don't have pockets.
Oh, you don't want to know where he's keeping his credit card.
I had a moment where it's pretty early on that they start chatting with Rusty Nail, and then they basically like run into him, and then they kind of like go in their separate ways. And then I like paused the movie and I was like, wait, they've already met the bad guy. We're halfway through the movie. How is it? What's going to happen now? And it really threw me off, but I guess in a good way, because it was like suspense, and then there was an ending, and I was like, but we still have half the movie to go. What's going to happen?
Yeah, that was interesting. I that threw me off too. It felt like, oh, the movie's over.
Are you talking about the ice guy?
I think
no.
I think they like run into
when he
Rusty
plowed
Nail
through the ice truck, but they
okay,
Rusty Nail has them pinned up against a tree, and then he's like,
right, okay, yeah.
Oh no, actually, I'm going to leave you alone. And then he leaves him alone.
Yeah,
but then big spoiler at the end when like the truck comes crashing through. That's the ice guy that was in the truck.
Yeah,
he kept the ice guy's body apparently, and then put him in the truck and barreled him through the motel.
I think
at the end.
I think that's a great twist. There are sequels to this movie which I have not seen.
Oh wow!
And I understand are really bad.
Yes, I looked them up briefly. They look really, really bad. There's no star power anymore.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, no plot other than Rusty Nails is in both of them. So.
Nice, good for him.
Yeah.
Also, to just get a voiceover role, because the actual guy is not him. It's not that actor. There's like a body double.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, hey, what a good payday for him.
While I was watching it, the part where they're like in the cornfield and he's chasing them down, I did kind of fall out of it a little bit, and I was like, they're being stalked by a truck. Like, it's really like, it is funny that they don't show Rusty Nail like really as a person almost at all, because like it's like they're just being chased by Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
it reminded me a lot of Duel.
I wrote down the same thing.
Yeah,
episode 75.
Yes,
Duel. Steven Spielberg's first movie, right?
That's right. I think that was the first time I ever met Carissa.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
It's good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a similar premise of someone pisses off the wrong trucker, and that trucker hounds someone on a highway, basically.
Yeah, but Justin, I was thinking the same thing as you. As like, guys, trucks aren't really known for being able to make tight turns.
Yeah,
like, just pick a direction and turn. Like, you could turn around and run at the truck and probably be able to like just pick a direction at the last moment and get away.
Or like it's chasing three of you, just split up.
Yeah,
like,
which
it literally cannot follow all of you.
Yeah.
Or just turn around. Like it's not going to be able to turn around at all. I don't know. It's silly.
You could be riding the back of the truck and the guy would not know.
Also, have you seen how long it takes for a truck to get up to speed? Like,
oh, yeah.
If you see it, it's going to be a couple minutes before it's able to get fast enough to be any sort of threat.
Yeah. And again, you could probably, as it's coming towards you, hop onto the hood of it or something and be like,
But that's no fun to watch.
I know.
I get it.
They finally do split up, kind of, and then, yeah. And then I do think it's
out.
kind of funny that they're just, like, lost in the middle of a cornfield, shouting each other's names. It's like, all right, I didn't really have a plan here.
Yeah.
And then their car explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rusty Nail he puts in a lot of work to torment these people.
Sure
He's
does.
spray painting road signs. That's got to take him a long time.
At one point, they throw out the CB radio from the car because they're like, okay, we're done with this. And then Rusty Nails finds it.
Yeah.
And then puts it in their trunk. He should have just left it, honestly. Come on, man.
He did nearly kill a guy, because of them.
True.
True.
I mean, kind of. He didn't have to kill
scary.
a guy.
Yeah, that part is that part's intense.
Yeah.
Seeing what he did to that guy in the hospital with his lower jaw removed.
Yeah.
And you just see the teeth from the upper jaw and his tongue. So scary.
I that is burned into my brain from seeing this as a child. That.
Yeah, 6th grade, Justin. That that seems a little early.
My brother got me into shit I should not have seen. I saw Requiem for a Dream when I was in 6th grade.
Oh my God. How did you not become addicted to heroin?
They don't exactly glorify it in that movie.
That's true. Actually, they should probably show everyone that at a young age. That's a good point.
Yeah, that and Train Spotting. That'll really set you
Right,
straight.
Yeah.
You want to shit your bed?
Scared Straight, brought to you by Darren Aronofsky.
Well, I think it might be that part of the show where we do a little bit of trivia. Are you guys ready for some of that?
Yes, sir.
Because it's time for... Hey, did you know that? That's right. For new listeners, this is the part of the show where we pit our guests and CJ head-to-head to see who knows the most about what we watch. Justin, CJ, are you two ready?
10-4.
I can't remember if we actually said this or not, but how many sequels are there to Joyride?
2.
I'd give the point to Justin. I'd be taking a stab in the dark. It sounds like he knows the answer.
That is correct. There's 2 sequels. There's 3 total.
What are the other ones called? Do you happen to know, Ken? Or is it just Joyride 2 and 3 kind of thing? I love a good movie where they change
I think it is just 2 and 3.
Boring. At least put a colon something after it. Make it
There's
exciting.
colons. Joyride 2, Dead Ahead. And
pretty good.
Joyride 3, Roadkill.
All right. Yep. All right. See, glad I asked.
Both have very more obviously horror-themed movie posters.
Gotcha.
Dead Ahead isn't even really a road term, is it?
Just means straight.
Kinda.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's got more applications than just road, for sure.
I'm picturing the movie poster has a head that's been decapitated on the hood of a car.
The Joyride 3 has the truck, and they've kind of made it in a way that looks like it's a skull somehow.
Clever.
Yeah. All right. Well, Justin, you get the point. Next question. Here's a good one. First person to answer gets the point. What other movie did Paul Walker appear in the same year Joyride came out?
Fast and Furious.
That's correct.
Yeah. 2 car movies in 1 year.
I know. Well, that was what I was getting to earlier. Does this count as a Fast movie? Maybe just
Same
change his
year
name
even?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is a prequel, and this scared him straight to go into law enforcement.
They do drive fast.
Mm-hmm.
There is fury.
Yeah.
It's about family.
Right?
That's right. It's checking all the boxes.
I don't know.
We'll have to check in with the tool man.
Yeah, that's right.
The authority
on the horn.
figure.
Yeah, we'll see.
Call in, tool man.
Call into him, man. Let
Lines
us know
are
what you
open.
think. Is this canon? Have you seen it?
Probably not. He hasn't seen many
Probably not.
movies. He's seen The Fast and
No.
Furious and Citizen Kane. I think that's it.
All right, next question. Here's another fun one. Paul Walker, again, first person to answer correctly gets the point. Paul Walker and the voice of Rusty Nail shared scenes together in what other movie?
It was not
Wild Wild West.
It was not Wild Wild West.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious is correct.
He was in that one?
He was Sergeant Tanner in Fast and Furious. He was his boss.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dang. Good for them.
Yeah. Ted Levine was uncredited in Joyride. So he just, I don't know, just did the voice. Apparently, they recorded his voice after filming as well. So they didn't actually hear any of that. All right, next question. Keeping on that thread, Ted Levine, or Levine? I don't know, one of those, is also famous for portraying another killer in what movie that came out 10 years prior?
In 1991?
1991 is correct. I'll give you that hint.
I have no idea.
Yeah, this is a little tough.
John Wilkes Booth.
No. Let's see. He's not this character, but another character in the movie enjoys something along with a side of fava beans.
Hannibal Lecter. Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs is correct. Okay. He plays Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs.
Never seen it.
Really?
Apparently. I don't know. According to IMDb trivia, I didn't fact check that one, but I'm just...
This guy's in everything.
Hold on. We got to fact check that right now, because now I'm thinking about it. I don't remember.
Isn't that a prominent character in that movie?
Yeah. He's the main guy they're going for. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Wow.
Weird. All right. Well, I think it was a clean sweep so far for Justin.
Big old goose egg over here.
Okay.
Damn, he was in Flubber.
He was in Flubber?
This guy's in everything.
All over the map. Wow.
Jurassic World. Wow. Huh. Versatile.
Wow. All right, Siege, let's see if we can get on the board with this next question. What was the alternative title for Joyride used in the UK? And this is multiple choice. Was it A, Dead End? Was it B, Roadkill?
Can you say them in British accents? So we can really put ourselves there?
Oi, Dead End? Was it B, Oi, Roadkill?
Okay, in it?
Roadkill. Was it C, Pit Stop?
That was good.
Or was it D, I can't even do this one in an accent, Squelch?
Squelch.
Pit Stop.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning to. Unless it's, I'll just say Squelch. I'm already going to lose.
The correct answer is Roadkill. Apparently Joyride doesn't have the kind of double meaning in British, so
they missed an opportunity to call it the Gory Lorry.
That's good.
They call semi-trucks lorries in the UK.
Oh, I didn't get that. Oh, okay. That's good.
Ken's not cultured.
I'm not cultured. One of those other titles was the working title while filming. Which one was it?
Squelch.
That's correct. Yeah, it was Squelch.
That's got to be an answer for something. There's no way you just came up with that.
No, that's a very weird, specific word. Probably what that sound that was made when that dude lost his lower jaw. Squelch. Okay, this is the final question. What is the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter score in percentage, closest without going over? For those who don't know, this is the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. Justin, since you're in the lead, you go first.
I'm going to assume critics didn't adore this. It's not really a critical darling. 56.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, I was thinking like low 60s. Pretty, do I think it got above? I'll say higher. I'll give it some credit.
CJ, you get the point. Yeah. It was 74%.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
Good job, Paul.
Holding back my
interesting.
My thoughts, I think I'm making them pretty obvious at this point. Okay, yeah, very interesting. But CJ, I don't think that was enough points to overtake Justin. So Justin, you're our winner. Congratulations. Just for fun, what do you guys think the audience score was on Rotten Tomatoes?
62.
100.
That's exactly wrong. It was 66%.
Okay, 60. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Still pretty good though.
Yeah.
I think.
I am shocked that the critics like this better than the audience.
That is very surprising. Yeah, I don't totally understand that. But hey, maybe it's time for us to get to our ratings.
You've heard us debating. We know you've been waiting. So now it's time to hear our ratings.
It's time for ratings. On a scale of 1 to 10, Justin, what would you rate Joyride for you?
It's a good popcorn movie. It has some plot flaws. Nothing really problematic, though. That's nice. It's pretty spooky. It's like an actual like good thriller. 7.8.
Wow.
Okay. Only a little bit higher than the critics.
There's also,
Nice.
I guess, nostalgia goes into it, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go next. I think I'm gonna be the outlier here.
We'll see.
All right, for me, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rate this? For me, look, I think, yeah, I agree. I think there's some plot issues here. I think there's some unnecessary detail that is just not fleshed out beyond just getting these characters together at certain points. Just seems a little thrown together. But you're right, there's something problematic. Like, he kidnaps this girl, and it could have gotten a lot creepier than it did, which is good. There's some good horror moments in this movie, but Paul Walker's acting is not great, but it's good to see him in something. I don't know, I'm kind of all over the map here. I like parts of it a lot, but other parts I'm just like, it's fine. So for me, I'm just going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Which is still pretty good. I think, wait, let's see what I put on my letterbox. Okay, yeah, I wrote, remind me to never purchase a CB radio and piss off a trucker.
It's good
Pretty
advice.
straightforward.
That is the moral of the
Exactly.
of the film.
CJ, what would you rate this for you?
For me, Ken, on my letterbox review, we were on the same page. I wrote modern day duel.
Ah, perfect. I genuinely didn't see that before this.
Yeah. This is duel, but with more twists and a little more entertaining, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I'm in the hand-holding club with you. I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I think this is a 6. This is a fine movie. It was entertaining. I liked the twists. Yeah. It held my attention. I sort of liked that you met the villain in the middle of the movie, and then there was still half of a movie to go. I truly was like, huh, that's weird. What are they going to do now? And I was entertained.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I like that it was split up a little bit like that. Something I forgot to point out that I didn't like was the love interest plot that kind of bounced between both brothers that didn't go anywhere. I don't know. Yeah,
there wasn't really a need for that. They could have just said like, hey, I'm going to pick up my friend on the way home. Like, okay, that's it.
I saw in the trivia on IMDb that they had filmed 2 additional scenes, one with each brother, where it was like actual romance between the girl and one of the brothers, and they just cut that because
good,
obviously not necessary and has nothing to do with the plot, really. So
yeah,
smart.
I think it's a very compelling love triangle, personally.
Okay.
Yeah, very compelling that the brother's a dick. He doesn't really learn his lesson at all about anything. And it's just kind of a creep. But yeah.
Yeah. Lessons really not learned across the board. And I don't think anyone gets the girl. Does anyone get the girl in the end? We don't even know, right?
No, it ends with her like, or they all like hear his voice on the radio one more time, like huddled in the back of an ambulance.
Yeah.
Giving birth to a franchise.
A beloved franchise.
Someone must be watching it. If they made not 1 but 2 sequels, someone must have checked out the second one and was like,
Ted Levine, that's who's watching it.
Yeah, just him.
And Wayne Knight getting together for movie night.
Wayne Knight, yeah.
Fan of the show.
Is a critic of the show.
True, yeah. Maybe not a fan. You're right.
Actually not a fan.
Yeah, his email was pretty harsh. Yeah.
Just specifically not a fan. Well, Justin, thank you for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Do you have anything you want to plug at the end here, or any words of wisdom you would like to share?
Don't get a CB radio and piss off a trucker.
Yes.
Would be my words of wisdom. Friend of the show, Carissa, and I have a fun little project called Kinesonics where we do music and yoga. And on July 27th, we're doing a guided meditation at Comfort Station in Logan Square. So that'll be fun. I'll be playing some vibraphone, making some spacey music, and Carissa is going to tell you how to talk to your brain.
Which we all need.
Awesome.
I can attest to it firsthand. I went to one of these in a big old church. It was amazing.
That's awesome. I want to make it out to one of these because it looks awesome, and I love both of you. So
I love you
come
too.
to it. Oh, cool. Well, CJ, what do we got to plug?
You can follow us on all the things at Overtalking Pod. Email us like actor Wayne Knight did at overtalkingpod@gmail.com. Call or text us at USA-CAT-1591. Go to our website, overtalkingpod.party. Type in the words Justin or the words Justin Peters, or Peters probably. You can find his Wild Wild West episode 97. That was years ago, folks.
Wow, really? Shit.
I mean, it has
How
to
long
be.
ago?
I don't know. We're on 300 something now. That was 97. You do the math.
That was a long time ago.
Yep.
Oh no, they're here.
Beep beep.
Oh no. They're squealing in, taking minutes to slow down enough to stop in a truck. Okay, they're stepping out. Yeah, oh yeah. They're stepping out. It's the Overtalking Overlords. Who could have guessed? That did not come through as what I think it was supposed to be. Yes, they're here. They show up at the end of every episode to remind me to remind you, if you like the show, please go on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and rate and review. That's what helps people find this podcast, folks. Also, we spend no money in advertising, so if you like the show, please tell a friend and spread the word. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you. And they are speeding away, and I think CJ is on top of what I think both of us just realized we need to do, which is check to see who wrote in a review saying some bitch on Apple Podcasts. CJ, how many people? I think I know the number, but let's see.
We're up to, let me just count here. Okay, carry the one, a grand total of 0.
Oh, wow. Folks, listen, it's a minute out of your day. Open up the Apple Podcasts thing.
Also,
Find
how dare whoever gave us not a 5-star review? There's somebody that did 3 stars, I think.
What? Did they say anything?
It won't show me. So now, of course, we have a 4.9 rating out of 5.
What the fuck?
Some bitch.
That's what they are.
Some bitch. Listen, if you're that guy who goes on Apple Podcasts and gives 3 stars to podcasts, in my book, you're not a some bitch. We reserve some bitch for good people.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good thing to be a some bitch.
It's a good thing. Just like Jason Mimosa, we like Jason Mimosa. So,
yeah. King of brunch.
That's right. Okay. That's it. Thanks again, Justin. It's time for us to say what we say at the end of every single episode.
Bye.
Bye.
This episode of the Overtalking Podcast was produced by Ken and CJ, edited by CJ. This week's special guest was Justin Peters, who does the music for this podcast. Logo by Nate Richards. Check out Nate's work on Instagram at Nate Richards Designs.